Hey everyone that watched this video here for Thursday, June 10th. Showing you this buy, gapped up a little bit and pretty weak on the day, especially closing week. I was actually nicely green today, but the path I took to get there was pretty pathetic for a professional trader. The first several trades I tried this morning, and we always tell people these early trades, be real careful with them, because the early trades, meaning, first 10 minutes or so, oftentimes are extremely whippy and fail pretty quickly if they do fail. And I don't know, I had 4 or 5 trades and none of them worked. So I found myself down nicely and then grinded my way back up. Then jumped in something and took my way nicely red again. And then had a really, really strong end of day and closed nicely green. But it wasn't that, on an intraday basis, it wasn't a pretty equity curve. Anyway, so a couple highlights from today. I wanted to give a shout out to one of our course takers. I'm trying to do this on a regular basis now. And this was, hang on one second here. Sorry about that. I could tell my dog was getting ready to get wound up. This was Jacob KL in chat. That's the chat room name. One of our course takers posted NCTY, just a great post, over 1550. And it looked like this. He posted it earlier and even gave a heads up when it was getting close. So it's basically a high of day break. And if I pan out, you see this one had a really nice move the other day. So you've got kind of a from here to here, and this is over 3 or 4 days, cup and handle. Got a half number inflection point break with a potential catalyst above, and it just ripped through all of that. He even gave an idea to add through 16 because that was also a catalyst. Beautiful call. So I love when our course takers post stuff in chat that meets all of our parameters. It means we're actually getting through to people, and it's nice to have people posting great ideas in the chat room too, because there's money to be made there, right? TKAT, on a shout out to Wayne too, which called this through 19 when he had discerned that the NFTs were getting some play, right? And you had the whole number inflection point with a high of day just above on a recent high flyer, and look what happened there. So great call by Wayne too. 19, it went to 24.31. I forgot to give the numbers on Jacob Kale's NCTY. But that went from 1550 idea to 1910. So a couple really, really nice plays there. And that's the highlights from the day. The two that I made sure to, wanted to highlight in this video. Now, what are we watching? By the way, I called WPG late in the day through 6. And it went pretty quickly to 640, which was a nice little trade for me. And that also helped me near the end of the day. I think I made a couple grand on that one alone. So anyway, I want to watch this, even though it's extended. It's a nice little breakout in a weak tape for the market too. So I'm going to keep an eye on for a follow-through day there. This is a bizarre chart. CLOV had the massive breakout yesterday, then the huge gap up, and almost a bearish engulfing candle today. So, you look at this and you say, well, who's winning, bulls or bears? And well, a few days ago, this was under 10. Right now it's close to 17, but it was over 28. So honestly, you've got a lot of bulls from the last couple days underwater, right? So for that reason, I don't love it. But if we get some kind of a gap down, it might go red to green and get going again. So, we talk about the A+ setups in the chat room, and we won't call a trade in it unless we get an A+ setup, right? IHT had a nice breakout yesterday. Gave some of that back on much lower volume today, so we're going to watch that for a third day play. LUZI is kind of interesting in that 3 sessions ago it hit 818 and then today hit 818 again. So it's certainly interesting over that area. Big volume back here and it's kind of flagging sideways. So I do want to watch LIZI. NCTY, I told you about Jacob's great call. Closing well off its highs, but nice volume a few days ago. Nice volume again today. That one does have room to run if it gets going. TKAT, I told you about Wayne's call. Nice little breakout attempt out of this sideways move, so we want to watch that one too. IVR, big move today, but closing well off of its highs. We're going to keep our eyes on that one. KODK, big pop yesterday. Today, kind of a quiet inside day, looking for a third day play there. GOEV reminds you a little bit of CLOV and some of these others. Big move, and then the gap up in sellage, right? But GOVE is still above where it started the rally from. So I want to watch that one. ASTS, nice pop yesterday. Gave back, I don't know, some of it today, but staying in the upper half of yesterday's candle, which makes this one probably one of my favorites for a third day play tomorrow. LEDS, you know, had a crazy move, and now you've got a few red candles in a row getting down near the 8 day. We're going to put that on bounce watch. I'd like to see it get down, you know, to the middle of this, what we call the buy zone there before I get real excited, but I'm going to watch it. RMED, nice run, and then a couple days lower on declining volume, potential bounce play. My favorite way for those to set up is an afternoon break out of a tight range, but we have other ways to play those as well. And this should look familiar to you. Big pop, gap up, and sell off, closing kind of in the middle of the 2 day range. So I still think it's worth having on watch. And I'm going to leave it at that. Keep it a little short and sweet today, and we'll see you guys in the chat room in the morning.